have to go to that go live and just put that string whatever I said gave you like second place, second class.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Yeah, and public. You have the public,
Yeah,
right?
I did that as well.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah. Go like that.
Okay. So when does the actual class start?
Yeah, it started now. Now you can go ahead. Like you're on go live. You are on live now.
Yeah.
Just make it start and just share your screen and get started.
Okay. So this is.
And yeah, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is first and second grade math. Reading and writing numbers up to 999 is what we're doing today. My name is Harsha. This is a warm-up. We can skip it for now. So we're going to be learning reading, writing, and understanding 3-digit numbers. Represent numbers using base 10 blocks and place value charts. Compare numbers with less than, greater than, and equal to symbols. Understand expanded form. That's shown. Okay, let's begin. So this is a quick introduction video on place values.
Hello friends, it's Mrs. Gorski back. And today what we're going to be doing, we are going to be reading, writing, and talking about the value of 3-digit numbers today. So what we're going to do, we're going to start very simply. We are going to be looking at a visual of each number first. So that means we're going to be looking at these base 10 blocks. We could also call them place value blocks. That's what's going to help us actually create that 3-digit number. So let's talk about each block we have. So the first one we have are our ones blocks. So when you look at them, it's just this little type of cube-like block that we're going to count by ones. Then we're going to give it a bump up. It's now going to change into a tens block. In order to create a tens block, that means you're going to need 10 of these little ones in order to create that 10 stick or that tens block. However, your counting will change as well. It is going to change from a ones to skip counting by tens. Now we're going to take it one step further because now we want to talk about our hundredths place. So in order to create a hundredths block, you would then need 10 of these 10 sticks in order to create a hundredths block. And yet again, your counting will change because we are no longer going to be counting by ones, no longer going to be counting by tens. We are going to be counting by hundredths. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start pretty simply here. I'm going to count each block and put a number because that's what's going to help us just create the 3-digit number first. Then we're going to take it a step further. Then we're going to talk about the place value of each particular number in this 3-digit number. because it's going to help us understand and to read that number much better. So let's get started. When I'm looking at my hundreds place, I obviously only see 1, 2 hundredths. So that's what I'm going to write, just a 2. When I go into my tens, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, because there are only 4 tens. And then when I look in my ones, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's going to be 6 ones. Now, maybe for some of my mathematicians out there, they might be able to see, they might say, oh, that number is 246. They might have a better understanding of actually reading 3-digit numbers. But maybe for some of us that might not. For some friends, they might say 246. They might not understand that this, you would have to say hundreds. Here, 40, here, 6, here. But when we talk about the place value, what each one of these numbers are worth, then it's going to be a little bit more understandable. So let's talk about the value. When I want to create the value for my hundredths place, I'm going to count each one of these hundredths blocks by hundredths, like I said before. So I'm not going to count them as 1, 2 anymore. I'm going to say by hundredths. So I'm going to say 100, 200. So this means this number has a value of 200. That is what it is worth. When I now go into my tens place, am I going to be counting them as I did before to get my number? No. I'm going to talk about the value. That means I'm going to be counting it by tens. So I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 40. So now it's going to say 40. That is its value. Lastly, I'm going to be talking about my ones. I'm going to simply be counting them by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So therefore, that number would be a 6. So now if I'm looking at those valued numbers, I would read them as I'm going across. So as I said before, without these being present here, 246, look as if I'm reading these values. 246. So not only did we show this number in a standard form, in a regular way to see a number, just with digits, we also did it in a value. We also call this expanded form, where you're showing each value, what each place is worth. So see how now we might understand a little bit more. It's not only a 246, it's a 246. So boys and girls, hold tight. Get ready for another example. Okay, boys and girls, we're back and we have a brand new number. So let's start simply. Let's create the number by counting how many of each block we have. So let's start in our hundredths. We only have 1 hundredths block. So then that's a 1. How many tens blocks do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means I have 6 tens there. And how many ones do I have? 1, 2. So now for some of my friends that are out there, they might already know how to say this number. We would say 162. However, we want to talk about the value of each number. We want to take it a step further to move it from a standard form, just the regular way to see a number just in digits. We are going to move forward and talk about the value. So remember, our count will change now. So instead of me just counting the number of blocks I have, I'm going to count by its true value. So if this is 1 hundredths block, it is worth 100. If these are 6 tens blocks, I want to count them by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. These are my 2 ones blocks. I'm going to simply count them by ones, which will still be 1, 2. That will not change. So now, when I look at the values, I not only see a 1, a 6, and a 2, I see 162. Those place values will now show me how to properly read these numbers. This, remember what we called it last time, it is not only just showing the value, it is the expanded form. And I'm showing what each block is worth. So now it might make a little more sense when I see the 1, the 6, and the 2. It's a 162. All right, hold tight, folks. We got one more example. Okay, and we are back. We have one more number for us. So as I say, we're always going to start very simply. We are going to count each block to make that 3-digit number. So let's start with our hundreds. How many do we have? 1, 2. How many tens do we have? 1, 2, 3. And how many ones do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now what that means for some of our friends out there, they might know the number would be 239. But you know, we're going to take it that step further. We're going to change it from a standard number. Remember, standard means you are just looking at it in a regular digit form. We are going to expand it out. We are going to make it into its value form, which we also call, as I just said, expanded. So we are not going to be counting them by how many we have. We are going to count them by their true value. So here we have hundreds. So I'm going to count them by hundreds. It's going to be 100, 200. So this is now 200. How many tens? 10, 20, 30, because I'm switching the way I count by tens. And lastly, we have our ones. And you know, since the last 2 examples, they've been staying the same because we are only counting by ones. But let's recount to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's exactly what we have. So now that we see the expanded version, we see those values, we can read this number a little bit better. We understand it a little bit more. It's just not a 239. It is a 239. Because those values really pop out and they make you understand what each number is worth. Because that's what's going to help us understand the place value. Each number has a place, and it's going to help us when we do things like comparing, when we do adding and subtracting. Place value is incredibly essential in those things. Understanding that those numbers are just not only single digits, but they have a value to them. So boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our little place value exploring 3-digit numbers today. And I always will encourage you to please practice at home. And I will be talking to you again soon. Bye, everyone.
So that was just a quick introduction to place values. Now, just to recap what the video said, say we have a number like 445. So 445 has 4 hundreds, 4 tens, and 5 ones. So if we combine these together, then we get 445. Or if we change the numbers, so a number like 345, it has 3 hundreds, 4 tens, 5 ones, so that means our numbers. This is another video on numbers to words.
Hi friends, this is Harsha. Today we are ONE1 ఒకటి TWO 2 రెండు THREE 3 మూడు FOUR 4 నాలుగు FIVE 5 ఐదు SIX 6 ఆరు SCVN 7 ఏడు IGHT 8 ఎనిమిది NINE 9 తొమ్మిది TEN 10 10 once again 1 ఒకటి 2 రెండు 3 మూడు 4 నాలుగు 5 ఐదు 6 ఆరు 7 ఏడు 8 ఎనిమిది 9 తొమ్మిది 10 10 This is number ELEVEN 11 11 TWELVE 12 12 THIRTEN 13 13 FOURTEN 14 FIFTEN 15 SIXTEN 16 16 SCVENTEN 17 17 EIGHTEN 18 18 NINETEN 19 19 TWENTY 20 20 once again 11 11 12 12 13 13 14 14 15 15 16 16 17 17 18 18 19 19 20 20. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please like and subscribe. Going to learn ENTY 20, ONE1 21, 21, TWENTY 20, TW2 22, 22, TWENTY 20, THREE 3 23, 23, TWENTY 20, FOUR 4 24, 24, TWENTY 20, FIVE 5 25, 25, TWENTY 20, SIX 26, 26, TWENTY 20, SCVN 7 27, 27, TWENTY 20, IGHT 8 28, 28, TWENTY 20, NINE 9 29, 29, THIRTY 30, 30. THIRTY, 30, ONE1 31, 31, THIRTY 30, TW2 32, 32, THIRTY 30, THREE 3 33, 33, THIRTY 30, FOUR 4 34, 30 F5 35 35 36
So now after learning all that, we're going to do some practice. So I'm just going to go over a few examples. This is a stack of 10. So 20 plus 2. We expand it, it's 22. $84. So there's a 20 and then a 6. So 26 is the correct answer. Now we know there's 50 10s and 7 1s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 75 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 57. There's 4 stacks of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 40. And there's 2 stacks of 1s. 42. This is 50 and 1. 51. This is 90 and 2. So 92. So now there's supposed to be seven stacks of 10 and 9 stacks of 1s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 stacks of 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stacks of 1. So this would be 97. If we go over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 70 plus 9, 79. Here there's 2 stacks of 10, 1 stack of 1, 21. Here 40, and then we add 2, so 42. Here 70, and in the 1's place there's a 3, so 70 plus 3, 73. Four stacks of 10, 3 stacks of 1. So 1, 2, 3. That means this is 30. If you go over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 40 plus 1, 2, 3, 43. Here there's 2 stacks of 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 20 plus 6, 26. There's 3 more to go.
Class started.
Okay. Here there's 2 stacks of 10, 2 stacks of 1, 20 plus 2, 22. So now if there's any questions, I'll take them, but since we have time, we can start the homework. So these are the first 4 weeks. For this first week, we'll be focusing on this section. So it will be part A, B, C, and D for session 1. So here 345. That means there's 3 hundredths, 4 tens, and 5 ones. Second one, 582. There's 5 hundredths, 8 tens, and 2 ones. Now expanded form. So 412. So in the hundreds place, there's a 4. So we do 400 here. In tens place, there's a 1. So we put a 10 here. And in the ones place, there's a 2. So we put a 2 here. Now for the second one, in the hundreds place, there's a 2. So we put a 200. In the tens place, there's a 5. So we put a 50. And in the ones place, there's a 6. So we add a 6. That's expanded form. Here, we can just skip to part D. So 327. So from the video, we know we start from the hundreds place and then move on to tens place and then move on to the ones place. So 327. Okay, and here we start at the hundreds place, so there's a 5, so we do 589. Now, we can leave that one. We'll leave this part for homework as well. We can think this is good. So here, write 3 numbers between 200 and 300. So we're looking for a number between 200 and 300. So starting from the hundreds place, we'll take 200 since we can't go over 300. Next, we can take any number between 1 to 9. So we'll take 5, and here we can take any number we want. So 9. 259 is a number between 200 and 300. I'll go over another example. So 200, since it can't be over 300, then in the tens place, we can do any number 1 to 9. So we can pick 8, and then we can pick any number we want here as well. 0. This is also good. 280 is between 200 and 300. Okay, we can do the chart. So 213. So there's a 2 in the hundreds place. So that would mean so now 213. So 200, since 2 is in the hundreds place. Then in the tens place, there's a 1. So do 10 here. And now in the ones place, there's a 3. So there's a 3 here. And if we add 200 plus 10 plus 3, we'll get 213. Now 450. So in the hundreds place, there's a 400. Now in the tens place, there's a 5. And in the ones place, there's a 0. So we can see that if we add these numbers up, 450 is what you get as a result. So I think we can move on to comparing and ordering numbers up to 999. So now what you're going to learn is comparing two numbers, 334 versus 213, and how we'll use place values to decide which one's bigger and which one's smaller. These are the symbols we use to indicate less than, greater than, or equal to. And we are arranging them from least to greatest. We're learning how to arrange numbers from least to greatest. So let's begin. There's 2 introductory videos to this lesson. So we can start here.
Yeah, Harsha,
Mhm.
I think it's going to be overwhelming for them. So just we'll stop it here
Okay.
because we almost finished that till June 13th, right?
Mhm.
Right.